Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. I hope you are well. I'm doing a little bit better than I was yesterday. Well, quite a bit better, but I'm not feeling like totally recovered. I still feel stressed out and burned out, but I don't feel quite as like devastated as I did yesterday. I allowed myself to just basically do nothing yesterday. I just waited for my rat exterminator to come, and then after he came, I immediately changed back into my sweats and got comfy and cried. I felt like yeah, I was just so tired. It's so just done. The visit was fine, but I just felt like I'd been holding it together for up until he arrived. So I released after he left, and then took a nap, woke up, did a bunch of writing in my journal, cried some more, asked Spirit for guidance. Like, look, I feel like you're trying to tell me something. I feel like you're trying to like get me to release something, but I need some guidance. Like, I can't just let go of everything and like not have any sort of plan. I don't want to be houseless. I need to think about my dog and my chicken, and I mean, there are responsibilities involved here. I can't just drop everything this instant. And while I was already planning on selling this house. I'm currently waiting on something I applied for back in January, but I was told then that it would take at least 6 to 8 months to receive it. So I don't want to move or even think about moving until I receive that. Yeah, changing, like not having a solid address and stuff would just be problematic. So I'm hoping by the end of August I have that, and then I can start seriously looking at selling the house and figuring something else out. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I would very much like to see some signs pointing me in a direction to go that will be healthy for me and my doggo especially. My chicken, one of my neighbors said that she will either take my chicken or find a home for it when I move, so I'm not as worried about Rusty. She's a pretty independent chicken anyway. As long as she's well cared for, I think she'll be happy. The trooper. I don't know. I would like to be his companion for the rest of his life, but I am open to finding a loving home for him if it works out better for both of us. I don't know. This morning, like as soon as I opened my eyes, I felt stressed out about today. On Monday evening, I realized I'd forgotten to set my out of office reply email, automatic reply email for my work email. So I logged in to my work email to do that, and there were all these emails about jobs that were going into my queue for yesterday when I wouldn't be there. And that just like sent my cortisol through the roof. But I didn't respond to any of them. I just set my out of office, and I will just have to see what is waiting for me when I go in today and do the best I can. That's all I can do. And I had to like remind myself again, like when I realized I was being all stressed out, I was like, okay, why are you stressed out? And my answer was because like I think my queue is going to be full of stuff today, and some of it might be really difficult, and I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough time to do it all, especially since I'm only working 6 hours. And then I was like, well, what if that's not true? What if your teammates handled what was in your queue yesterday and you don't have a whole lot to do today? I'm like, well, that'd be great. And I was like, and then you would have worried for nothing. True. And I was like, and what if it's as bad as you fear? What will ruminating about it now do for you? Also true. Nothing. It will not make it better by ruminating about it now. I wish my brain would just understand that long term so that I don't have to go through this every time. Like, I would love so much to just experience stressful experiences in the moment, like, and not spread them out before and afterwards with rumination. Yeah. Like, I feel like I do this to myself, but I also feel like it's not by choice. It is a constant battle to remind myself of these things and then consciously like talk myself out of ruminating on them. But before I know it, they'll be back. Like it requires constant vigilance to keep these ruminating thoughts out of my mind. And I think I've been conflating those with like feeling my feelings. Like, I don't think this is emotional bypassing, trying not to think about those things. Like, that anxiety will do nothing for me. I mean, I allowed myself to feel all the anxiety and the devastation yesterday. I just allowed it to flow through. And to feel sorry for myself. And to be angry. And it helped a little bit, but I'm still feeling it. On that note, I am really excited to be reading or listening. I'm listening to a book called Rewired by the Ortner family. It's 3 Ortners, Ortner, with my friend Marisa Victus. She has both a YouTube channel and a Substack. And on her Substack, she does kind of like a book club where every week we read a chapter and then we chat about it on Monday, I think. And Rewired is about EFT tapping and how to reduce your anxiety using tapping. So I am really excited to dive into this book. And I will put links to Marissa's Substack down below and her YouTube channel. She has some sing-alongs and story times there, and her voice is beautiful. I highly recommend you go listen to her. And then I'll also put links to Rewired and the book and audiobook down below. If you order the book through my bookshop link, I do get a small commission. But we just read the introduction. So it's still early on if you wanted to join us for the Rewired book. You still have time to get it and catch up. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I hope that tapping is a tool I can use to release myself from this constant anxiety and rumination and like task mastering of myself. Yeah. This cannot go on. I refuse to feel like this for the rest of my life. I'm exhausted, and I know that there is more joy to be had. And yeah, so I got my personal bookshop order, and I was really, one of the things I was most excited about was this deck by Natalie Goldberg. She calls them topics, not prompts, writing topics. And I was gonna shuffle them, but I think the first time I go through them, I'm just gonna read them 1 through 60. There's 60 cards in here. And then maybe after we've gone through the first 60, or the 60, then maybe I'll start shuffling them for random. So if you want to journal on this topic, begin with I'm thinking of, and every time you get stuck, simply come back again to I'm thinking of and keep going. Yesterday I did the second topic, which is similar but different to the first topic, and it was fascinating what came out. Every time I lost the thread or ran out of things, I would write and tomorrow's topic, and more would come out, and all kinds of random stuff came out. I was like, I felt like I'd opened a closet that had been stuffed before guests arrived or something, like with all the junk that you just collected from the house and like stuffed in there. And you open it and this like cascade of stuff falls out, like just all kinds of random mishmashed unrelated items. It was crazy, but awesome. I think that is good for the brain to get all that stuff out of there. So anyway, I think that's all I've got for today. I'm sorry to be bringing this heavy energy to these, but that's just where I'm at. I guess if you're still here, you don't mind too much. If you're still listening and watching at the end. So thank you very much for being here. I love you. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be wealthy. May you feel at ease. Until I see you next time. Bye-bye.